Well, I picked the coldest day of the year so far to come to do this, but I've decided to come and test the digital pH reader slash thermometer slash light sensitive slash water blah 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 pH I'm doing today. Also going to do the chemical version because I fancy that really. It feels a bit sort of old science labby to me, and quite like that idea, but I'm going to give this a go anyway. I think the temperature thing could be quite useful in the spring when I come to know when it's a good time to plant the seeds or seedlings in the spring. My friend told me that some places they say that the only way you know whether you should be planting is if the ground is warm enough, is to take your drawers off and sit on the soil, and if it's warm enough to sit on, it's warm enough to plant. What do you think of that? Scientific, isn't it? I won't be doing that, so well, I might, but I won't be filming it. So I have to wipe it, get it ready, then I push it into the ground and switch it on. I've done one and that was 7, so I need to do a couple of others around the area and see how they go. That should give me a reading for the general plot, and then hopefully that will match the chemical version, and I'll know what will grow and what I need to do if I need to treat the land with anything. I thought while I'm here I'll also recollect some soil samples, because the ones I took before I didn't test and they probably will show me nothing now after all this time. So I've done some more. So those 3 pots you can see there, those are, yes, they are chocolate. They are chocolate tins, it's true. There's a blue one, a purple one and a red one. I think that tells you everything. Certainly tells you a lot about my eating habits. But let's hope it reveals something about the soil as well. So after the digital version, I'm now going to try a more chemical, I guess, approach with these pH test strips. I basically have to take my soil samples from yesterday and mix them in a jar with some distilled water, which I happen to have because I use it in my Sarah Chapman micro steamer for my face. Of course I do. So that's why I have some, but apparently that makes for a better result, so I shall use that. And then I shake it and leave it for 20 minutes, and then take one of these strips from here and I compare it to the colour chart on here, and hopefully that should show me what my pH is in the soil. Hopefully it'll match the digital one as well, I hope. Because that was 7 and that's great. We'll see. So it's been 20 minutes, a bit more actually, and I've dipped my thingy, test strip, in the muddy waters, and it's come out like this, which then I compare to this apparently, and it doesn't really look like any of these, does it? So it doesn't really look like either end of the scale, let's be honest. So in truth, it looks sort of like the middle-ish. And I'm going to go with that because that's the result I want. So let's call it a fix. I mean, let's call it pH in the middle. 6.5. 6.5, I hear you cry. Why? That's ideal to grow anything. I thought so. Good. So you can get the results you want if you play the numbers and the statistics right. Well, that's not really conclusive, is it? I'm not sure about the digital thing, as it's like this cheap thing off the internet, and the chemical thing was a bit suspect. just all looked dingy brown, didn't it? But I suppose that's because it was dipped in soil. So there was the option to run it through a coffee filter and do all this other stuff with it. But to be honest, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. I certainly don't. So, and I don't have a coffee filter anyway. So I'm going to go with the pH in the middle somewhere because that is the result I want, as I say. So I'm going to make it fit, is the bottom line. And the next thing is to decide, I guess, what to grow, but maybe more importantly, in what design, what layout I'm going to do it. So that's the next thing, I think. I think so. There's no one around to help at the moment. Adele is working and everybody else has a life. So it's just me winging it here. I realized that I was supposed to know my soil as well, according to this trusty book. Sandy, clay, silty or chalky. Well, it's kind of a bit of sandy clay, I think. That's the technical term. It actually looks really nice. It's not loam, which is the ideal thing, I'm pretty sure. And after that, it says improving your soil if you need to. And then there's a lot about digging, double digging even. But then creating your space. That's what I need. Right, create your space. Get your plans and design ideas down on paper. That must be the next step. And lots about borders and raised beds and, oh my goodness. Prepare the paths, prepare the surface, prepare the... I need some help.